Hi, everybody. I'm here just a tad bit early because I wanted to make sure that my eCam would work today, and it looks like it's working just fine. So, yay me! I'm Judy Tuttle from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator that lives in Midland, Texas, and I'm so glad to have you here with me today. I am doing a series this week using the Nests of Winter suite that is in the holiday catalog. I'll pull that out and show it to you in half a second here. But I want to show you real quick the cards I made yesterday. Here they are. They are so beautiful. And the fun thing is that they're all a little different, all a little fancy in their own ways, right? And here it is in the holiday catalog. It's on pages 30 and 31. So the deal this week is I did 3 cards yesterday. Here they are. Here's the first one. I'll pop it up here a little faster. Closer. Here is the second one. Thinking of you always. Opened sideways like that. And here was a nice little gatefold card that we made together yesterday that opens like this. Super fun. Well, today is Fancy Fun Fold Day, and I think my card is fancy and a fun fold, so I'm excited to share that with you. Here is the beautiful card that we will be making today. Let me see if I can zoom in just a tiny bit here. There we go. There we go. Isn't it lovely? And I don't know if you guys can tell, and some of you are going to hate this and some of you are going to love this, but I fussy cut all of those birds and the pine cones and some of the boughs out of the designer series paper, added some twine, added some gems, and then it opens like this. And you can actually attach a gift card right here so that when they open it up, that gift card will pop out of that little pocket. Do you guys like that? All right, so let's get started right away. This is my new format for doing Facebook Lives. I will always do 3 cards on Monday, a fun fold on Tuesday of some type, and then a 3D project on Wednesday. And then you can get all of the projects in a make and take packet with any order of $40 or more in my online store. Here's all my fussy cut pieces that I fussy cut. I'm going to put all those over there. I got all of these images out of this sheet of the designer series paper. So you get some boughs in there, you have some different birds. I used all of those, some pine cones, and I just fussy cut them all out of that one sheet of paper. Some of you love fussy cutting, some of you don't, but regardless, it makes for a beautiful card. Sometimes the little extra effort is worth it, okay? So I hope you agree with that. Let me grab, I need a bone folder, and usually I have about 25 sitting right here in front of me. And right now I'm not seeing one. So we'll use the fingernail method here to get a good bone fold on this. So I'm just going to press that down. This is thick white cardstock. It is cut 8.5 by 5.5, but then I scored it at 2 inches and at 6.25 inches. So one panel is 2 inches and one panel is 2.25 inches. All right. Okay. So on the, get those together really good. Make sure I've got this creased really well. Who knows? I normally always have a bone folder would be helpful, but we're just going to keep going. Okay. On the top of this panel right here, I have embossed a piece of basic white. that is 2 inches by 5¼ inches with that birch tree embossing folder that comes in this suite with the birds. And so I'm just going to add some Seal Plus up here. You guys know I don't like to press my seal into my embossed piece because I feel like it, actually, I'm pretty sure this embossed piece is like 5 3/8 by 2 1/8. So it's almost the size of the panel, but just a little bit smaller. Okay, and then I have this piece of the Designer Series paper. It has birds on one side, but I love this pool party design. So I'm going to take my Seal Plus and I'm going to add this Designer Series paper right here to the very bottom of the skinnier panel. And it is cut 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, there we go. So there's my front of my card so far. All right, now right away I'm going to take a panel that is 3.5 by 4.5, scored on at 1/2 on the 3.5 inch side. So a little score mark right there. And I'm going to stamp on the top of this in copper clay ink my sentiment. And I'm going to do it a little more to the top than the bottom because the bottom is going to slide into the pocket right there. Okay, that is all the stamping we're doing on this card. So I'm going to fold down on that score line, that 1/2 inch score line right there. I'm going to put this ink pad away before I get it all over me. I'm going to lay this panel down right at the top where the edge of the panel is at the edge of the score line right there. Okay, I'm laying it down. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining me. I'm doing a fancy fun fold card today. Okay, so this edge of the 1/2 inch scored piece is going to line up with the score line on the front panel of the card. Okay, so I'm going to add my Seal Plus right there, maybe a little bit more right over here. Liquid glue would work as well. And then I'm just going to press that into that top panel fold, and it's going to end up popping up this way. Okay, now here on the bottom, I'm going to add just a little bit of glue on the edges right here to create the pocket. So this is where you can put in a gift card, you can put in money, you cannot put in anything if you want to. It's totally up to you, but there we go. Press it like that, and then this is going to slide in and out of that bottom pocket like that. Okay, so attaching a gift card right here would help it pop up when they open the card. Isn't that sweet? All right, so now I'm going to add my birds and things on the front here. So here are all my pieces I fussy cut out. And you guys, it really did not take that long to fussy cut this out. It really, which was not hard. You can tell I didn't go too much into all the crevices. I didn't worry about getting all the way around every single bow and all of that, okay? So I'm going to start by putting on my birds. And the reason I'm opening it like this, and I'm going to show you another trick that I do. I'm going to get a black piece of cardstock here. And I'm going to just set this here, and then I have a really good idea where my sides and my edges are. They don't blend into my score, my grid paper. So it's easier for me to see where they are all going to go. So I'm going to start with this one this time, and I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to pop it up, And I don't want any adhesive on the black, so you're avoiding that. So I'm going to pop this up here. Let me grab my dimensionals. And this one is going to go right here. It can go over the edge, but you don't want any adhesive where the black is. So I'm going to put it right like that. Okay, the next one is going to be this bird right here. And I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals behind him. All right, like that. Okay, my next one here is going to be this sweet little white bird. And I put a dimensional behind it. There we go. And lastly, I'm going to repeat this bird this time. And it is going to go, you know what? I need to move this one over just a tad. I didn't leave enough room. I probably should have started on the outsides, right? There we go. And now I'll have room for this little fella. Right here. There we go. Make sure I'm not off that edge over there. I am a tiny bit, but I think that'll be okay. Okay. Maybe I'll move these over just a little bit more. You just really need to be careful about your edges because you don't want anything going off the sides or, well, mainly the sides. And you don't want any adhesive underneath. So let me see if I can move this over. There we go. Maybe I can even push it a little bit further, right like that. All right, so there's my birds. I've got those added on. So then I'm just taking all these boughs and pine cones that I've fussy cut out of that designer series paper. And I'm just gonna add a little glue to the back of each one and just tuck them in and around those birds now that I know where my birds are. So I'm going to tuck this one kind of underneath there. Again, being careful not to put glue where it'll be on the black or off the edges. So I've got a pine cone here that I can adhere kind of right behind the bird right here. Like that. And I'm just going to keep layering this up. So I'm going to keep adding boughs and pine cones in the crevices between the birds and between the birds. Okay, so this little bough here, just add a little bit of glue at the top. Tuck it under. Add a pine cone there. It doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical between all the birds. You're really just kind of filling in the spaces with some boughs and some pine cones. Isn't that fun? I really like the look of this. It really gives me all the feels of the holiday winter season, wintertime. Even though I did not use, I'm going to put it, let's see here. Maybe I'll use a skinnier bough right there. Put that one in somewhere else. There we go. Add another pine cone right here. There we go. And then I still have this bow that I can tuck somewhere. Maybe I'll tuck it underneath this bird, these two birds right here. And you can use as many or as little as you want. I just started cutting away and thought I had enough. So, and then I stopped. Okay, so up, down. Maybe this can go here just a little bit behind that bird right there. There we go. So there's the edge of that. Okay. And so this is how it looks on the front. Isn't that stunning? Do you guys love that? I love it. Okay. So the next thing I did is I took my copper twine and I just kind of like rolled it around things here. I want it to show, but not like be huge and bold and crazy. Okay, so this is going to go maybe underneath that a little bit there. Let me see here. Just to give it a little extra texture and interest around those birds, almost like branches, right? That's kind of what I wanted. So there we go. Let me put it behind this little tail on that bird right there. There we go. And what I did is I strategically pulled up some places where I could glue that twine underneath the bird. So I'm going to put a little glue right here underneath that bird's head. It'll hold it down right there. I'm going to put a little bit right here. And then a little bit right here. I saw a card similar to this on Pinterest that I really loved. Okay, now I'm going to take a block and just kind of set it on there. I can take this bird up there and just kind of press it in. And that's just going to press that string into those birds, that twine. Okay. And now that I've got that done, I can just kind of cut these edges off here. Hi, Imelda. It is, isn't it? I have to tell you, sometimes, I mean, I love all of my cards, but sometimes I really fall in love with a card. And this is one that I have really fallen in love with. It is so pretty. There we go. And now I'm going to take my gems and I'm just going to scatter. These are those earth tone gems that come in the suite with this bundle. And I have to tell you, honestly, I'm not a huge bird person. Birds kind of scare me. I don't know why. When we go to the zoo, and my kids used to want to go into the aviary with the birds, I'd be like, yeah, you guys can go. I'll just hang out on here because, you know, they just scare me. So I'm just like scattering them on, you guys, not thinking too much about where they're at or where I'm putting them. I'm just adding a little bling in with that twine and in with those little birds right there. Okay, so you guys, we are done with this card. This is all there is to it. So here it is, so pretty. And you guys are like, but there's not a sentiment on the outside. It's okay, because they're going to open this card. First of all, they're going to be wowed by all the birds and the boughs and everything that you put on front there. And it really did not take long for me to fussy cut those out, okay? And then it opens up, a friend like you, it pops up, has this pop-up panel that you can put a little gift card right here at the bottom, and that gift card will pop up when they open the card. Isn't that so cool? I hope you guys love this one. Tomorrow will be our 3D project using the Winter Nests of Winter Suite. So I'm going to show you all 4 that we have so far. We have this fancy fun fold that I did today. And we have this, which was actually a fun fold as well, right? The gatefold card. You have this card, the thinking of you, and this sending thanks card. So added to this tomorrow will be the 3D project that I will create for you. I think you're going to love that as well. And I will be on at noon tomorrow, okay? Noon tomorrow. So if you love this so far, think about shopping in my Tuttle Up shop right here and using this host code. And when all the projects are done tomorrow at noon, I will know that you want this online kit to go, and I will gather a kit together for you. You need to place at least a $40 order to get this online kit to go. So I hope you love it, and join me back here tomorrow at 12 noon for a little 3D project to go with all of this. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.